Hey folks, welcome back to the Leeds View for the instant match reaction from what a hell of a game. Hell of a game. What a second half. We have been screaming out for Leeds to play 3-5-2 for weeks. We have talked about it constantly. I know you guys have as well, but we have consistently banged on about this 3-5-2, and Leeds change finally, proactive changes at halftime, and Leeds go to a 3-5-2 and put in a hell of a performance in the second half that probably deserved more than it got. Leeds definitely deserves an awful lot more. We'll get your comments on the back end of this just to let you know what way this is going to go. If you're watching this on demand, I will likely clip out the comment section towards the end, so you've just got the main review of the game. If you're watching live, we will get to the comments in the back end of it. Let me know what you thought about this, because first half was more of the same from Leeds. Same goal. We changed our left-sided players and we conceded the exact same goal we've been conceding all season. But then there's that change at half-time, and it is a very, very different looking Leeds United side. The first half Leeds look panicky in defence. They look overran. They don't look like they know what they're trying to do with the ball. There's no forward real effort bar kicking it and running after it. And it looks like Man City can pick us off whenever they feel like it, and are kind of playing with us a little bit. Then you see that change at half-time, and all of a sudden, Leeds are aggressive. They're on the front foot. They're tight to them. They're running in behind. There's bodies getting forward. There's been a lot of talk this week about Leeds' change of style from the start of the season from The Athletic, BBC as well, myself, other content creators as well. The Leeds have moved away from the style of play that they brought the new players in to play in. And that has also coincided with the results going the wrong way. What we saw in the second half was Leeds playing to their strengths, was Leeds finally playing a system and a style that suited the bodies that we brought in the summer. Yakabial in the second half and that back three looks far more comfortable. Ilya Gruev in midfield today, just from a tackling perspective, was excellent. Tanaka, brilliant game from him as well. Pascal Struijk kept Erling Haaland to literally nothing in the game. Bernardo Silva had plenty of the ball, but Leeds' shape in the second half meant that he couldn't really do a huge amount with it. And then you're just desperately unlucky to get caught with a very good goal from Phil Foden in the end, where he uses a wall of players to put the ball around, and Vardy jumps up in the air and it goes under him and nobody sees it. It goes in the bottom corner, and it's heartbreaking at the end. But, and there is a big but, that is the way forward for this Leeds United side. That has to be the way Leeds play now. That is, if that isn't the eye-opener that Daniel Farke needs to see that the 3-5-2 suits the players that we've got. It means that Pascal Struijk can come and play out from the back. It means that Yakabial can play in a system that he is meant and designed to play in. It even means Sebastian Bornau, who we haven't seen for most of this season, who plays normally in a back three, can get on the bench at least and maybe even play some football. Joe Rodon can play the kind of football that he normally plays. Your midfield stays the way Daniel Farke wants that midfield to be, and you get the best out of the fullbacks. Thought James Justin at left back today was very steady there. Completely thought Jaden Bogle had a great game. Kept Jeremy. We were all terrified of what Jeremy Doku could potentially do to Leeds on the wing. Bogle handled him, but also Ilya Gruev coming over and helping him on that side, and out Tanaka at times and doubling up on them, limiting their options. We'll go through all the different parts of it, because there is criticisms. The first half, again, same issues we've seen before, but I don't want to focus too much on that. I really don't, because I want and I hope that this is a turning point for Leeds United this season. I think that system and that style could save this system. This could save Daniel Farke's job as well. Let's not beat around the bush here. He's under a huge amount of pressure. If he plays like that in the next two games, he could win some of those games. He could get some points. Leeds just look like a more aggressive, balanced, calm footballing side. We had some lovely interchanges of passes in the second half. The defense looked very comfortable. We got bodies behind when we needed to, and we got bodies forward as well. And Joel Pirio, luckily, we finally played two up top, and Joel Pirio is nowhere near it. But Joel Pirio can even benefit off of that system as well, playing off DCL. Actually, we covered this in the breakdown weeks ago, that this was the system that suited the amount of players Leeds had in the positions they had them in. No, Okafor can even come in and play as a 10. If you want to go 3-5-1-1, you can do it. I need to calm down. That was a very exciting second half, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I don't like the football that Leeds play. I find it quite dull, to be completely honest. But that football in the second half was far from dull. I was really enjoying that second half. And as I say, Leeds deserved an awful lot more from that based on that second half. They won the second half. I mean, that's what you say to a side that you're going in, you're losing 2-0 at half time. Try and go out and win the second half, lads. And they won it 2-1. It's really unfortunate that we can see that late goal, but when you look at the quality of opposition, player versus player, what do you want to see? Battle, heart, effort, outfight them, outrun them, out-tackle them. And they did that in the second half to a man. I have very little positive from the first half. Positives for the first half I wrote down. The odd counter-attack. Dan James, Ilya Gruev, work rate was very good. James Dustin's tackles are very good. Negatives, conceding from the left again. Lack of movement when we have the ball and not getting forward. That was the first half. Second half, positives, 3-5-2. Aggression, playing to our strengths, moving the ball quickly, one-touch passes, good interchange of passing, really good energy from Leeds United, and very strong, tight market. And I'm kind of sounding right now like we won the game. But it's been such a slog over the last 6 games to talk about Leeds and to cover Leeds and to see any kind of glimmer of hope coming out of this is what we wanted to see. Could Leeds go to the Etihad and put a fight up, or would they get thunked 4-0? Would it be at Arsenal again? If we play out from the back, they'll just press us into oblivion. And they did in the first half, but in the second half, it's just Leeds for the first 20 minutes. Dominic Calvert-Lewin scores a great goal. Lucas Mecha scores his 4th goal of the season. 2 free strikers, never scoring goals. Yes, he misses the penalty, but he's there for the rebound and he scores it. He's getting a bit of luck right now, DCL, with this Lucas Mecha. But they said that you make your own luck. We'll go through the highlights of this. And Lucas Perry makes some really, really good saves as well in the game. He made 2 saves in the first half off of deflections that are going the other way, and he gets his foot out and a hand to another one. Makes a really good save from a Phil Foden shot in the first half. Makes a good save in the second half as well. Pascal Struijk flailing at the back post as well, trying to keep the ball out. But a bit of luck there, which was justified, and you earned that luck. So it was great to see it. It really was. That second half just gives me an awful lot more confidence of where this Leeds side had. We've talked for weeks about saying that I believed the Leeds had good enough players to stay in this league if we play to the system that suits those players. And this is it. This is the system. 3-5-2. And I know one swallow doesn't make a spring. I know all of that. And one half of football isn't a gauge to say that's going to be the way it is moving forward. But it's an indicator that should be the way that Leeds look to play now moving forward. If he's gone back into that dressing room, it's a far more positive dressing room than it was at halftime. Yes, you sacrifice your wingers a little bit, but there's ways to work them into this as well if you have to. Dan James can easily play as a wing back if he has to. He does it for Wales sometimes, so not a problem there either. So there's ways around this. Gabby Goodmunson suits this system really, really well. BL plays it for his international side where he is consistently one of their best players. Joe Rodon plays it for Wales. Pascal Struijk gets to play football out from the back without pressure or going for a lose it. There's nobody in behind me. He's got cover now. There's a bit of reassurance there. Ethan Ampadu in the first half, again, criticised not tracking his runners. Second half, brilliant. Brilliant. Because all of a sudden, there's just extra bodies in there to cover free space. Excellent. Ilya Gruev, I get it. He's not the passing genius people want him to be. That's not who he is. But his tackling, his work rate, and what he does in the middle, his delivery from set pieces today was very, very good as well. He was excellent. And even Anton Stach in this system would suit this system quite well. Sean Longstaff even. But that midfield was really good today in the second half. El Tanaka worked his absolute socks off. And fair play to Ethan Ampadu on not picking up a yellow card, because that means Leeds can take this system into the second half. Sorry, into the next game and use that. The XG for Leeds at halftime was 0.1. By the second half, it was 1.5. Man City stayed pretty much exactly where it was. The percentage possession in the first half, 67% for them. It's slightly less in the second half. Still an awful lot, but you can see the momentum graph right down below. And if you listen to the audio, start of the second half was all Leeds. We score early. Brilliant. And then just before the penalty, they get back into it a little bit. Then we get the penalty. Then we dominate for a bit again. Then Man City again get a bit over. But it's ebbing and flowing then. We're not like the last couple of weeks, last 6 weeks, where the second half has just been all the opposition. This Leeds team can play football when they want to, but at tempo, at pace. And I know people are sick of hearing me saying tempo. But when you see it, it's right there. And it's visible, and it's good, and it's strong. So, yeah, for me, really, really good. Again, going back, Pascal Struijk just kept Erling Haaland so incredibly quiet. He didn't get a sniff. They just bullied him whenever they got a chance. I thought Tanaka and Groove were excellent in the middle of the park. Lucas Mecha's running and his hold-up play and his work rate was excellent. Dominic Calvert-Lewin looked like a different player playing in it too. He really, really did. I thought Dan James had a really good first half. Willie not though. You can see he's been out for a little bit, but still tried to work well. Second half, Jaden Bogle on that right-hand side. Excellent. Up and down the park. Really, really good. We'll go through it. We'll break it down. If you are joining late, this is actually quite positive, but I'm going to talk about the first half for a second. If you are watching live, if you could stick a like on the video, that would be really appreciated. Give me a comment. Let me know what you thought first versus second half. What you think that this does for Leeds, and do Leeds carry this forward into the next game? Same on the audio platforms. If you're listening, there is a comment section as well. Stick it down below. Let me know what you thought of the game. I'd be really, really interested to see how people feel, especially how you felt at halftime versus full time. Because at halftime, I thought this could be a cricket score by the end of the game. Second half, what a performance, what a fight, what an effort by them. And that's all I want to see from this Leeds United team is that fight and that effort. But we'll start off, and a minute into the game, we concede, and it's Phil Foden who scores. And it is that same old, works down the left hand, balls switched across to the left-hand side. Nunes gets in behind, whips the ball across, and Phil Foden's run into the box, unchallenged again. Another free run at the front post, scores in off the crossbar. Then Leeds have a chance, ball down the right-hand side. Dan James runs in behind, has Willie Gnonto there with him in, but Leeds end up getting a free kick out of it. 2-minute spell of possession from Leeds in the first half was decent. Then we have a great ball forward by Jayden Bogle for Lucas Meche to run in at them, get in behind them. But a good work by Vardiol puts it out of play. Jeremy Doku then puts the ball through for O'Reilly, picks out Phil Foden, who's running into the penalty area, and James Justin blocks it incredibly well. They had a couple of those pullbacks on the right-hand side as well, but James Justin's blocking on that side was absolutely excellent. And then we've a good save from Lucas Perry. Corner comes in. Saved by Perry, sorry. They get a corner from that. There's a free header, and it's smashed in. Perry makes a great save. Then there's another one that's saved after that. Goes out for a corner kick, and then they score. Ball's crossed in. 3 Leeds players don't get up and win the header. It's a free header. Perry's coming in slightly behind him. But on that, Lucas Perry is very clearly blocked. I think it's by Bernardo Silva. He stands in his way, and Perry has to literally pull him out of the way. And Silva grabs his shirt, and the VAR looked for an offside, but they should have been looking for a foul on the goalkeeper. It stops him getting to that ball. But as it drops down, again, you have a free player who taps it into an empty net, and it's Vardiol who scores. 31 minutes, then Leeds another ball, long ball, lovely first time whipped long ball forward by Ethan Ampadu, and behind Dan James gets onto it, but he passes it to Gnonto, then to Meche, and he shoots over. And that was literally all Leeds had. City had a chance in 43 minutes. James Justin blocks another shot. Then it goes to a second one. The shot's taken, takes the deflection. Great save by Lucas Perry. Next chance comes in. Stroud blocks this one. Goes out for a corner. 45 minutes, last chance for City. Cross comes in. O'Reilly shoulders it more and heads it, and Lucas Perry catches it. But yeah, at that point, you're looking at this is all Man City. They're playing with Leeds a little bit. They're taking their time. Slow football. Picking their passes. And they'll absolutely kill Leeds in the second half. And then we see the changes at half time, which we haven't seen. And they were proactive. How do we know they were proactive? Because at 52 minutes, Pep Guardiola tells his goalkeeper to go down, has a team talk, and has to change his entire shape, which showed that Leeds gave them something different to think about. And this is long overdue. So long overdue. But you look at the 2 wingers coming off and you're going, okay, no wingers, but you've got the wing backs. And that should give us balls in. They've got players who can deliver from those areas. BL comes on in the back of a centre 3. DCL comes on up top with Lucas Meche. 45 minutes, City have a chance straight away. James Justin passes it straight to Silva. Haaland runs through on goal, but luckily they do enough to put him out of play. 47 minutes, Leeds get a free kick. Gruev, Donnarumma flops at it. Ball drops to Ampadu. Shot is taken, and it's blocked by the players. And then a 49-minute Leeds score. Tanaka plays a lovely ball through to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. There's a little 360 spin. Gets in behind. And it's actually bad defending. Takes the deflection off the defender, but Calvert-Lewin is still there. And he pokes it into the corner. 2-1. Leeds have a chance. 52nd minute, I wrote down, Leeds look a million times better with a 3-5-2. Far more aggressive, winning their duels, winning their 50-50s, and pressing them really hard. 57 minute, Pep tells Donnarumma, go down. Brings the entire side over to the halfway line. Has a little power with them and tries to save it. 65th minute, Leeds get a penalty. Long ball forward. Again, back to this long ball direct football that The Athletic talked about during the week in their article. We covered it on Thursday in the news. But the long ball forward, DCL gets a flick on. As it bounces, Bogle doesn't even try and take a touch. He just heads it back in front of Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And it's a rash tackle by Vardiol. He just slides across DCL. Doesn't touch the ball. DCL goes over him. Then Vardiol kicks the ball. Penalty for Leeds. Lucas Meche takes the penalty. It's saved by Donnarumma, but he palms it back into the middle of the goal. And it's a tap in for Lucas Meche to make it 2-2. His 4th goal of the season, his 3rd goal in his last 3 games for Leeds United. 72 minutes. They look for a penalty. They look to have a penalty show. But it's a dive. Player should have got booked. And I think that would have got him sent off as well. 73, City have a chance. Doku fires it in. Perry makes a really good save, goes across the goal. And Pascal Struijk has a wild swing at it at the back post, but does enough eventually to watch it just fall out beyond the post, out of play. 83 minutes, Gruev tackled. Big tackle from Gruev. Then DCL a big tackle. And I just wrote down my notes. What an effort by this side in the second half. 89 minutes, City get a chance. Doku crosses it. Marmoush gets in behind Struijk. Free header, but it's saved by Lucas Perry. Then there's 10 minutes of added time, and 1 minute into that, They get the winner 3-2. Foden shoots around the body players. Vardiol jumps over the ball. Perry can't see it. Goes in the bottom corner. Leeds did get a chance in the 92nd minute. Gabby Goodmunson does great work down the left-hand side. Fights to win a ball back on the end line. Gets it. Pulls it back. And it's a good save by Donnarumma. But yeah, just two very different halves of football. We've seen Leeds drop off in the second half of games so far this season. Not the case in this game at all. And if anything, you're a far better side in the second half. The fitness was there, the running was there, the tackling was there. I'm saying all this. I'm repeating myself. You know I am. But you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of positives to be taken from that second half performance. First half, there's none. There really isn't. The first half is exactly what we've seen all season. That second half performance is closer to Newcastle, is closer to Everton, and that 3-5-2 system, I believe, fits the player profile that Leeds have brought in the summer, gives the goalkeeper some protection, at least covers runners into the penalty area, and gives Leeds a chance to have bodies where they need them. So for me, if Daniel Farke learns nothing else from this game, when we play Chelsea on Wednesday, he needs to start with a 3-5-2. It's that simple. It is that straightforward, and that has to be what he takes from the game. If you're listening on the audio, that'll be it. If you're watching live, we're going to get stuck into a couple of comments. I'll just put a little clap in there so I can see the audio marker afterwards. But well done to Leeds in that second half. I know it kind of feels weird celebrating a defeat. I'm not celebrating, but I am saying there was a lot of positives to take from that second half, and Daniel Farke maybe making life a little bit easier on himself by making those tactical changes at halftime and doing it proactively and playing to Leeds United's strengths. We'll jump into the comments now and we'll have a quick wrap it up there. I will see you tomorrow for probably a Sunday session. We'll get out tomorrow. We'll have the podcast on Monday, and then we will see where we go from there. Have a great rest of your evening and your day. Try and take some positives from this, and I'll be back on Monday morning with the news as well. Mind yourself. See you later. Bye.